Hello friends, this is our third lecture on Dulce et Decorum Est. As we have seen, that is, the title has been taken from Horace, Roman poet, one of his odes. And it means it is glorious to die for your defending your country, your fatherland, patria. Patria mori, mori that is means that mortem, say post-mortem, so it means after death, no, the operation. So the dissection on your body done after you die. So that is mori, mori means death. Okay, so we have seen the first 4 lines, 8 lines. The first 4 lines, it is V. V bend double bend, like beggars, so old beggars or hags, beggars or hags, these are the comparisons. And from lines 5 to 8, we have the third person plural, men marched asleep, men marched asleep. Then we come to the third section, if you want to say 9, lines 9 to the 14. Line to 14 you can see hell. The hell, the real hell on earth. Yes, quick boys, somebody shouted in the battlefield. Somebody shouted. An ecstasy of fumbling, fitting the clumsy helmet just in time. Ecstasy, very strong word, ecstasy. Ecstasy means very great, it's a celestial ecstasy. That is the great happiness in heaven. That is the meaning, literal meaning of ecstasy. Here means great emotion. An ecstasy of fumbling. Fumbling means awkward movement with your hands. Suppose in the dark and you cannot see anything, you want to get at something, then that kind of movement, you do like this. This is called fumbling. Ecstasy of fumbling means highly emotional, terribly emotional. And what kind of emotion? The death warrant before you. That warrant is before you, that emotion. When somebody says that you are going to die, the next moment what will be your attitude? That kind of ecstasy. Not that positive ecstasy, but negative ecstasy. Full of negative feelings. An ecstasy of fumbling, fitting. Why are they fumbling? They are searching for their gas mask. Helmet means gas mask. Fitting the clumsy helmet. Why clumsy? Half of it is maybe broken. Or it is just half maybe with them, or the glass panes of the mask, or the glass panes, that is the glass that is fixed just at the point, at the position of the eyes, no? Just to see. That is the glass panes of the gas mask may be broken, so that is clumsy. Clumsy helmet, just in time. Otherwise, what will happen? If the gas mask is not kept just in time, you will breathe this poisonous gas. It can be mustard gas, it can be chlorine gas, all kinds of gas weapons where gas bombs were tested during the First World War. In the history of in the history of human beings, mankind, human race, that's the first time in the world that man used the chemical weapons against man. That is the First World War. First World War is known for that. So, therefore it was not time tested. Time tested means the destruction. What is the extent of destruction? Nobody knew. What is the extent of damage this gas can do on human body? Nobody knew. Except that they learned from lab experiments. This is in the actual situation. See, actual situation they are going to experience. So what happened? Fitting this clumsy helmet just in time. Somebody shouted, gas, gas. See, quick boys. Did you see that word used there? These are boys. Just 18, 24, that age. The range is that, 18, 24. The prime of their life. And such people, you are by false propaganda. Propaganda itself means false publicity. False propaganda. And also an old lie. Indoctrination. That is, Dulce et Decorum est patria. Dulce et Decorum est pro patria mori. That old lie. Quick boys, he says. So there's a lot of activity there. As if some blind man doing like this. They have no idea. Already it is dark. Because the atmosphere you can see in coming, say, you will find that under green sea, thick green lights. So the entire area became green. Maybe noontime, but it just became green, dark green. Why? Because either it can be the effect of the mustard gas or chlorine gas. More than that, you are going to see how it affected the person. Then, but someone, see, the name of the hero has become someone. The hero of the war. The hero is who said goodbye to his family in search of some high zest, glory, martyrdom. He is now called someone. Someone. And so he said, but someone still was yelling out and stumbling. Yelling means, shouting. Not just shouting. For example, you are in procession, you are seeing people shouting. So not that kind of shouting, but a dying man shouting. A dying man shouting. So yelling out and stumbling. Stumbling means hitting against all kinds of hindrances. So stumbling against a stone means. But here so many hindrances are there. There may be pits there. There may be mines there. There may be broken pieces of a bomb will be there. The outer of the bomb. So there is stumbling, unable to move. Cannot move. Fumbling and stumbling. Fumbling with their hands and stumbling with their legs. Now what is left is only the stomach part. That is your lungs, heart, all those things. So fumbling with their hands and stumbling with their legs. And thundering like, and floundering like a man in fire or lime. Lime, the white chalky substance that can burn living tissues. And then you have got the other one is fire. Suppose you are in fire or you are in lime, burning lime. How will you shout? To escape from that, like that. And floundering means unable to move, moving, as if you are in a marshy place. You are sinking in a marshy place, suppose, and you want to get out of it. That is floundering means, like a man in fire or lime. Dim through the misty pains and misty pains. Misty pains means foggy. Pains means the glass piece fixed in the gas mask to see the outside world. The other thing is completely covered. There is only two holes. There you have got glasses. That is the pains, misty pains. Why is it misty? Because outside it is misty. Outside it is foggy. The green grass, green gas, misty pains, and thick green light. That is, the light there is the explosion of chemical weapons. You can see in fireworks, different kinds of colors you will find. That's because of the chemistry of that stuff. Just like this, here is green light, dark green light. You cannot see anything, although it is daytime. as under a green sea, I saw him drowning. So that is the terrible, traumatic incident that he faced. That is at the micro level, focus. He gives a focus. He is focusing on this particular, and this is applicable to each and every one, every young boy who comes out from his home searching for the El Dorado of glory, personal as well as cultural or social or can say political, any of this. High zest, that's the thing. In search of high zest, you are going. Such a high zest. High zest means and earning along, not only earning and longing, but you are greedy after, we can say. Greedy after some fame. So where are you not drowning? You are drowning as if in a green sea. The situation there, the atmosphere there has become a green sea because of the gas, green light. The green light emitted from the gas bomb. It has become a green sea, and I saw him drowning. So this is the at micro level, but this is applicable to in the macro level. That means every boy who comes out of their home, every boy who says goodbye, bye-bye to their tata, to their parents, to relatives and so on, coming out to protect or defend their fatherland, their country, on the basis of this lie, old lie, believing this old lie, what is actually happening. Here is your war hero. Your war hero is in action. Your war hero is in action. What action? Fumbling, floundering, yelling out, stumbling and drowning. So the last, the behavior pattern of all those people who go out of their homes in search of this glory in high zest. What happens to them? The hero is fumbling. See? Fitting clumsy helmet, gas mask, yelling out, stumbling, floundering, and drowning. Finished. That is the situation. And then 15, 16, that I would say is the nucleus of this poem, and that is the traumatic experience faced by the narrator, or the traumatic experience that lived in the mind and body of the narrator. The traumatic, trauma, T-R-A-U-M, trauma, the traumatic experience of the narrator. That is an experience that has crippled him. The crippling experience that he had, he lived with him throughout his life. This is, in all my dreams before my helpless sight. Why helpless sight? In all my dreams before my helpless sight. Why helpless? I am unable to do anything because he is drowning. He is drowning in like someone is drowning in green sea. In all my dreams before my helpless sight. He, we started with we, then they, and now he. And that he speaks about I. In all my, first person. Remember we began with we, first person plural, then men, third person plural, then he, that is third person singular, and now I, my. In all my dreams before my helpless sight, I cannot do anything. He plunges it. He plunges it. That means he jumps towards it. You have seen people. Have you had that such an experience? Your friend is drowning in a river. Then what will he do? He will not say goodbye, I am going, but he will come like this, plunging like this. So he plunges it. How guttering, choking, and drowning. So these are three actions or two agonizing actions of your hero. Guttering, choking, and drowning. Drowning, you are going down. Choking, unable to breathe. Like this. Unable to breathe. Guttering. That's all. That is blood. And from where does it come? From shattered lungs. Because the lungs have been poisoned to the extreme. That sound is a gurgling sound. Suppose you can produce a gurgling and also a thundering sound together, that is guttering. I tried to do it. If you permit me, I will do it once again. Plunging and guttering, choking. And then second person, singular and plural. If in some smothering dreams, some dreams, when you see the dream, you feel like being pressed down. There is smothering dream. Some dreams are very happy. So when you come out of the smothering dreams, you are very tired. Although it's a dream, it happens like that. Suppose you are dreaming like this, that a giant is pressing and trying to pull your hair. Say about half an hour or so you have this dream and you are struggling, floundering, stumbling to get out of this dream, the clutches of the giant, and you open your eyes. You are tired. So that kind of a dream. If in some smothering dreams, you too could pace behind the wagon that we flung him in. Suppose if you see any dream about the First World War or any battle, that will be a smothering dream. In such a dream, if you feel like, or if you think that you are also walking behind the wagon that we flung him is through him. You can see now people loading coconuts, they just throw like this. They don't even look. Take one and count and just go on throwing it. It's a rhythmic. Like that. Took the body, so dead. And threw him wagon. Flung him in. And watch the white eyes writhing, rolling. Why eyes are white? Because no blood flow. See, when you go to a doctor, the first thing that he will do is, he will do like this. See whether that part is red or not. That means you are healthy. 50% of the work of the doctor is done. No scanning, nothing is required. They push this down, then see, look up. Then you will find that area. Where it is very red, clear red, that means you are a very healthy person. So here is white eyes. Eyes are white, brain are also white. Is this? And watch the white eyes writhing in his face, rolling like this, rolling like this, rolling. Not clear now because of my spectacles. Rolling. Others also I cannot show it because it's very difficult now. Yes. So rolling in his face, what else? And hanging face. That man's face will be hanging. If suppose you are dead, and you keep hang like this. Understand? Like a devil sick of sin. How can a devil become sick of sin? That is his profession. To commit sin and to make others sin. So how can he become sick? It's impossible, but he is comparing. And he said, and watch the white eyes writhing in his face, hanging face like a devil sick of sin. If you, again, could hear, you means you who perpetrate such kind of hell on earth. Instead of creating heaven, you are creating hell on earth. Those people who let loose such propaganda, Dulce et Decorum est. That kind of propaganda. You. That's the thing. If you could, then here at every jolt and jolt means that uneven movement of the wagon. Tuck, 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 tuck. Because the roads are like the roads are like, maybe the roads are, there are plenty of pits, small pits, or the roads are like the roads that is winding through a mountain or something like that, not well kept. So it jolts, every jolt, the blood come gurgling, I told you, as if from a 4-inch pipe, water is coming out. Not steadily, but like this. That kind of gurgling. From the fourth corrupted lungs. The lungs corrupted. Why corrupted? Because it's filled with gas. Fourth corrupted lungs, obscene as cancer, so horrible as cancer, bitter as cud, like balls, cud. Cud actually, the literal meaning is animals chewing the cud, we say, that cud. But here it is not like that. It is here like say in the shape of small balls. What comes out? Blood comes out from the corrupted lungs, obscene as cancer, bitter as cud, vile, incurable sores on innocent tongues. So it's not only his lungs, but tongues also. You have got sore. You have got a sore from where you have got pus. There is pus in the form of jelly is coming out from his mouth. That is tongue. So blood, then cut, and lungs corrupted. Tongue is infested with incurable sores, S-O-R-E-S. Wounds, sores. Wounds, vomiting, pus. It's a terrible, so it looks like cud. So that is, we can say it is up to you. So I told you, just think, go back and see. We, then men marching. We saw hell on earth. How it affected me, it will affect you also. Now therefore look at this. They say, the man here dying. Finally, that horrible picture of the man, dying soldier, the hero. And finally he says, my friend, you would not tell with such high zest. You would not miss those who let loose or unleash such propaganda. Those who unleash stories, false stories about patriotism and heroism of the war. That is you, that is you. The other you is anyone. Now this you is you particular, means those who are unleashing such propaganda. My friend, you would not tell with such high zest. To children, boys, children, ardent for some desperate glory. When you are young, of course, what happens is you are thirsting for some glory. Oh, we'll fight for our country. The old lie. What is the old lie? Dulce et decorum est pro patria. So what the poet is trying to prove is just the opposite of what the title says. This is what I said in the beginning of this discussion of this poem. It is soaked in irony. Soaked in irony, verbal as well as situational. Because situational, you can see these people, children, boys who have come to the battlefield in high zest, in high spirit, in search of some glory. What is their position? 14, you have seen, no? I told you, no? 14% participants. You remember that? No? See, 14% participants. And they have got fumbling, floundering, stumbling, yelling, drowning. Yes. Gurgling, guttering, choking, drowning, guttering, choking. That's the actions of the hero. So it is an anti-war poetry, anti-heroic poetry, anti-propaganda. Isn't it? It brings me. In fact, when you read this poem, you will understand this is a perfect objective correlative. You know that term, I think, objective correlative. That is objective correlative. That is a concept correlative. Concept given to us by T.S. Eliot. The emotions, the work of art really creates the emotions and imparts the emotions that the author intends to do. Understand? Therefore, we can say this is an objective correlative for the sufferings of humans, sufferings of those poor boys, children who fight for some unknown, some glory which they can never reach. Some glory which exists only in dreams, nothing to do with reality. Understand? This is one of the great war poems, widely anthologized. This poem is found in two anthologies, Out in the Dark. One is Out in the Dark, and second is Minds at War. Minds at War. These are two anthologies of war poems. Listen, Minds at War. First one is this one. And this, very interesting to note that this title of the poem is written on the walls of the chapel of the Royal Academy. Royal Academy in Sandhurst in 1930. So the war, First World War, 1919, 30, yes. So in 1937, Royal Academy, walls of the Royal Academy, walls of the Royal Academy. Academy. In 1913, this was written. This Dulce Decorum was written. So there's a kind of, those people who are passed by, also the chapel of the Royal Academy. Chapel of the World's Chapel of the Royal Academy. Words of the Chapel of the Royal Academy. Understand? So what happens is, so when people pass by, they will read that verse. It's like you will see in colleges, when you enter there will be entrance, you will find mission statement. So like that, this is. So that, like it. It's a kind of, in its structure, it is clubbing of two sonnets. 14 plus 14, 28. This is a kind of Owen sonnet, this is Owen. Actually, the word is pronounced Owen. A-I-N. This is how this O-W-E-N is pronounced. Not Owen, but Owen. Owen. That's it. Wilfred Owen. That is Wilfred, or this pronunciation here, so you can see Wilfred Owen. Both pronunciations are found, Wilfred Owen. And it was written in 1917 but published in 1920 posthumously. Posthumously means after his death. See, after writing this poem, he wrote to his mother that today I have written a great war poem. A great war poem. I think that it is a great war poem, and you will also agree. Plus, you will find that the message will directly go to the people who are bent upon destruction and bent upon seeing mankind perishing under various kinds of weapons they themselves make. Hope that I tried my best to explain this poem. And as I already told you, in fact, there's simple things are there. The death of a soldier on the battlefield. But now it has been done in such a way that the whole thing has been defamiliarized, and it in many ways calls for our aesthetic response to this poem. Understand? So in that way it is we can say, even if we can say that we can conclude like this, it's a great war poem, and it has really hit the target. Hit the target means those people who are engaged in propaganda, false propaganda, and also, as already I told you, destruction of mankind. Alright? Hope that you are satisfied with my explanation. If you want more of this, some more explanation or clarification, definitely you can contact me. I will do my best. Till then,